Hey guys, Coach Callie here, or Callie. Some of you know me as Coach, some of you know me as your daughter-in-law. I apologize for my tardiness. It's been one of those days where you know that somebody is trying to keep you from doing what you love to do, right? So how about everything you can imagine went crazy this morning before my insanity class at 11:30, and I got there on time, all ready to go, and nobody showed up. But that's okay, because it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about my clients. It's about you guys. How can I serve you? It's about your workout. How are you getting it done? Stuff like that. So I'm good. And then, of course, had to run some errands. And talk about battery issues with my phone. Another thing. You name it, it's happening. But I am still here because I am committed. And what happens with commitment? Accountability. Hey, do you see what I'm saying? All right, so today is my day. I get to share with you my story. So I'm going to try to just go through it as fast as I can, but at the same time, add value to your life. Not just be like, blah, 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 okay? All right, so little girl. All right, so basically when I was born, my real dad was like kind of mad that I wasn't a boy. It wasn't any speculation as to if I was his or not. It was the fact he and my mom were married and they already had a daughter. Why did they need two? The man was so dead set on having a boy, my name was going to be Clinton Wyatt. For real? For real, for real. Yes. So, that's not my name, obviously. But yeah, so I grew up and I probably had some daddy issues. Comes with the territory, but I'm good now. I kind of look at what my sister and I went through. We beat the statistics. Our real father was very abusive to myself, my sister, and my mom. And statistically, we should have probably ended up with men that are just like that, and we didn't. So, yay for mom's DNA, right? So, anyways, I just growing up, like when I got into high school, I wasn't built like all the girls. I was what you call quote unquote thick. All right. Senior year, I worked out with the football team. I was weighing 160 and I bench maxed 3 times 160 pounds. So I basically lifted my own body weight of 160 pounds 3 times. And that's where kind of I got this skewed vision of weightlifting and what it did to my body. And boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. I ended up getting a collegiate scholarship. My mom did remarry a great man who I call my dad, and he's awesome. I already had a dad. He didn't need to be my dad, and he was just there, and that's when I kind of made him like, hey, Dad, So, I go to college. I play softball for 2 years. In between my sophomore and junior year, I throw a blood clot in my brain. Bam! Out of left field, like literally, like just really, because I was going to play for Team USA. I was going to become a teacher, and so I could have summers off and try out for, or play for the Heat. There was a team, a minor league team at that time down in Phoenix, and that's what I was going to do with my life. Obviously, I needed a wake-up call. So, this is kind of where my life took this change. I always say God didn't kill me. He just thumped me on the head hard enough to get me to look at where I need to be. I was in ICU head trauma. They didn't know whether I was coming or going because the blood clot was so big that I could have sneezed and dropped dead. Thank God for blood thinners because they were able to get right through it, and my brain created collaterals around the clot, and it found a whole another way to work. Your brain is an amazing organ, let me tell you, okay? So first week out, of course, that collegiate athlete in me refused to give up. I go to the rec center and I'm getting ready to do my calf raises, and I pull the pin out and the dude in front of me didn't do it correctly, and 175 pounds slammed on my head. Yeah. Pride was really hurt. I was really embarrassed, I'm back in town. I'm the big collegiate stud, and yeah, obviously she doesn't know how to use a calf machine. So I go to the bathroom and I'm like, cool, my pride's just hurt, if anything, and then I'm like, okay, I have something sticky on my neck, and I itch it, and it's just blood. So here I am, a week of blood thinners, and I have a cut in my head. Call my mother, and let me tell you about my mom. She is she does not let me have pity parties at all. Like, I love that woman for that reason. So week out, I'm already enrolled in an ultrasound program, and I'm doing clinicals. So my first day of clinicals, I am getting 4 staples in my head. For real. So it was not an option to sit there and cry and ask God, why me? Why couldn't I finish? But it still hurts to this day that I never got to complete those softball dreams. I still dream of putting my uniform on, and it's just stupid stuff. Like, I can't get my socks on, or I can't get my jersey over my head, and I miss the game. I miss the thrill of being on the mound and knowing that you were about to have a seat. You were not going to hit off of me, and if you did, it was going to go to my second baseman, and she was going to throw you out kind of situation. I love that kind of control. And I found that through fitness, again, that I have that kind of control over myself. And I think that's what I was lacking. You know, I needed to find that. So, anywho, before I turned 21, I got on the scale. I weighed 198 pounds. This was my first year out of college, my first year of having a whistle blown out at me, my first year of not being on a team. I fell flat forward, and I knew I had to do something. So I just stuck to whatever my mom was doing because I was working for my mom, and within 10 months I went from 198 to 137, and that was really cool. And then by the time I got pregnant with my oldest, I was 24 when I had him, but I weighed 160 before, and my C-section weight day was 225 pounds, and he was not a diabetic. I wasn't diabetic. I just glutton, like whole milk. I'm gonna drink a gallon every day and a half. I would eat so much that I couldn't even hold it in, and I would just vomit it back up. Like, I don't even know what was wrong with me. I do know one thing: when I looked in the mirror, I didn't even know who I was, and that scared the crap out of me. I was like, how am I gonna raise this kid? I don't even like this. Like, how am I gonna expect when he looks at me to like me? Word, right? So 6 weeks out, I'm weighing 198 pounds, and I'm totally watching an infomercial. And this is where my journey with Beachbody started. Debbie Seavers, Slim and Six. I did not have a credit card, but I knew I had to make change, and I went to my mom and I said, hey, here's cash. Can you please order this? And that's where my journey started. So I have done like every Beachbody workout you can imagine except for Tai Chi, which I'm thinking about doing because I need some of this. I need some focus in my life. Yeah. So anyways, I did ultrasound for 10 years. I got fired because I had grown. And the office that I was at that time, they didn't want anybody growing. And the moment you tried to feed yourself or to grow or to move ahead, they didn't like that. It was like, here's your box, stay in it. Do not peek out. Don't be yourself. Don't talk. So then it was like, oh, well, people are making complaints because you're rude. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? They said you didn't talk. But I just got told not to talk. Like I said, my cordial, hello, how are you? I'm going to do this ultrasound. Miscarrying mommies couldn't tell them they were miscarrying. I was getting cursed out one side and the other because the doctor would not come in and tell them. Okay, so over it. And it just ended bad. But the funny thing was I had a job lined up. And that door got closed too. So I knew I'm where I'm at for a good darn reason, right? Okay, so 3 years in high school, working with kids, energy drained. This is when my coaching opportunity came about. It came about less than a year ago. I kept battling it hard. Like, actually 2 years ago, but I actually became a coach less than a year ago. I would come up with every stinking excuse in the book. You know, like, I don't want to motivate people. Like, I'm good, do me, I'm going to school, I'm doing this over here, I'm good. I don't have time. And one day as I was sitting there telling a student, you know what, you need to find your passion, and if firefighting is your passion, then that's what you need to do for your career. And it was like, boom, like, really, Callie? You're such a hypocrite. And that's when I basically dove in. And sweet day, right? I don't want to say I dove in with my head. I actually jumped in with both feet for the coaching opportunity. Why not? I've already done like every stinking program and I had amazing results. 3 kids, 3 C-sections. And I still was kicking butt and taking names, but I didn't know how to really reach people, And so I became a coach, and that's all she wrote. And in less than a year of becoming a coach, I have gotten certified in Insanity Live and Size Live, and I am on my way to being a certified personal trainer so I can reach out to that branch of people that want to live that healthy and fit lifestyle. I want to inspire. I want to light a fire to inspire. Like, I love that, right? And, so some of you know my story. Some of you don't. Some of you saw it first row. And my mother-in-law is in the group, and she saw it firsthand. It was scary, It was like you were fired, but, like, you knew it was coming. That's how I felt. I knew change was coming. I was praying for it. And I was just like, I'm never going to get a job again. But I got a job. And people saw the good in me. And that's when I knew, like, this is what I need to do. So, for our kids, health and fitness is a way of life. My husband and I, we have a workout room. We what's the word I'm looking for? We turned our formal dining room, like, we're never going to use it right now at this point in our life, to a workout room / game room for the kids. And when those doors shut, it's go time. You stay out. Mommy or daddy are working out. And then our oldest works out in the mornings as well. So I am happily married to an amazing man who I believe with all of me was totally made for me, because I don't think there's a lot of people that can put up with my inspiration and my motivation and my aha moments. Like, he just hangs on to the seat of his pants. That's all. He loves me to pieces. And I love him to pieces back. So he's a baseball coach of 2 successful programs, and he started our oldest son's travel ball program. So there's 3 different levels now. It's pretty awesome, and he's got amazing coaches that are like family, and I love what he has done. Our oldest is 11, and then our second is 8, and our youngest is 5, and it's boy, boy, girl, just like in that order. I'm happy. And let me tell you, I have days where I don't want to work out. I want to give up. I want to have a pity party, but I don't. Why? Where is it going to get you? Nowhere. And when you honestly can sit there and you see these choices of having a pity party or just pulling up your big girl panties and going on about your day, or your big boy undies, and going on about your day, and you choose this one. You don't choose the pity party. You choose, I'm going to pull on my big girl panties or my big boy undies. All of a sudden you start growing. Health and fitness is transformation that starts here, but it moves internally. This is why I love what I do. I get to be in the best shape of my life, but the biggest perk is reaching out to you guys, sharing happiness, sharing my struggles. Maybe you think that I'm not over here like I hate this today, I don't want to. You know what? It is. We all have those days, but I'm going to persevere. You know why? Because maybe my little baby step is going to help you move into your baby step. It's not about me. It's about you guys. Everyone matters. So that's my story of health and fitness journey with Beachbody. And in that journey, I had no dream of ever becoming a coach. I didn't even know it was possible. But my coach saw it in me, just like your coach might see it in you. And let me tell you, when your coach says that you are an inspiration and you are a motivation, that is not hogwash. That is the honest to God truth. And think about what you can do. Part-time, full-time. Not everybody's got to do what I do. I can't recommend jumping in both feet like I did because it was scary. But I did it. I'm here. I'm still trucking. Alright. So, alright. I am almost at 15 minutes. I gotta go. And thank you guys for your grace. And I'm going to post this. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Alright. Well, God bless.